welcome to my channel. My name is Letitia, also known as T, and you have just entered Essence of T. Welcome, you guys. Today, I will be doing a wife tag. Yes, you guys know me, obviously, as Letitia and T, but I'm also known to many as Mrs. Robinson. I have been married for several years now, and I thought it would be something fun for me to bring to my channel. So today I have found some questions, just random questions on social media, also just from my thoughts and different conversations with friends and family, and I've gathered a few here today, and I have put them in this little container, which is my ice bin, and I wrote down a few, put it in here as I've stated, and I've already given it a shake, but I'll give it another one. And what I'll be doing is just randomly grabbing one out, and whatever the question is, that's what I'll be answering, okay? Without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's go, okay? Let's give it another shake. Obviously, I do know what the questions are, but they won't be in order. And trust me, you guys, I did not pre-answer the question. Some of them obviously are, for me, common sense, really, because I'm the married one. But some of them obviously require some thought. So, again, let's get into it. I've shaken it up. I'm going to go ahead and just grab one out, right? Compliments of my daughter with the construction paper. Kudos to her. And first question says, what do I love most about my husband and why? There's the question. So, what do I love most about my husband? I love how ambitious he is, which is kudos to one of my good friends, because she was just reminiscing on some stories and some experiences she had with my husband with working with him, and she brought up ambitious, right? Which is something I definitely agree with. My husband works hard. He does what he needs to do, does what he has to do, and a lot of the time, you know, if he's lucky, he can get some things that he wants to do because he wants to just provide and just be there for my daughter and I. So that's one thing. I really do have more than one. So my husband is ambitious. He's very loyal and dedicated, especially when he has his eye on something career-wise or just personal, you know, different hobbies and such. When he has his eye on something, he goes in full force, okay? No hesitation, and he gives it 1,000,000 plus more % of him, right? So that's great thing too. Ambitious, loyal, and my husband is just very unique. He is a unique being. I know we all can say the word unique. We all can say, oh, this person is this person is this. I'm one of those people that states that I am unique. But I state the facts when it comes to my husband being unique is because he's very laid back. He's very calm and cool. Even though life has challenges and some has presented themselves, he's still just as cool as a cucumber, and all while still tackling that challenge, all while still continuously getting up and going to work every day to help provide for us, still loving on us and spending quality time with us. We could never tell. We could never tell if something is bothering my husband or he feels some type of way about something or whatever it may be. Even a challenging day at work, I typically just ask my husband or FaceTime him or text him and just to see how his day is. But is he gonna come out and just put his day load on me? No. My husband is just, he's real chill. And for me personally, I haven't met a whole lot of people like that. From my experience, quite a few people wear their frustrations right on their sleeve, and it changes their energy, their moods, and just how they conduct business in that day, in that week, and sometimes even in that month. Right? So that's that. we're going to go on to another question. Shake it up again. Here we are again. And then reach in. Okay. This one says, how many kids did each of us want before marriage? And what about now? Okay. So, obviously speaking for myself, I did not initially want kids at all. When I started dating my husband, I did not want children. I wanted some Yorkies, which if you guys don't know, it's the little bitty teacup dogs. I wanted a few of those in my condo in downtown Chicago, okay? Living my best life. My career was already set as a psychologist, and I was just gonna paint the world, Letitia, okay? So no kids was in that plan for me, not even marriage originally. Now for my husband, he just knew, you know, when he came across that woman, God was gonna let him know who that woman is, and it was going to be one particular quality about this woman that's going to automatically let him know, like, yes, that's the woman for you, and that's the woman you need to marry. So my husband, he's all for children. I don't know if you guys know, or if I've already stated. If I have, I do apologize for repeating myself again, but I'm sure it's some new people here to spend some time with us. So my daughter, it's not my biological daughter, it's actually my husband's daughter, who he brought into the relationship and the marriage. So my husband already has a daughter, but he's always wanted more children. So for him, he wanted more children. For me, I don't want any children. But he was willing to compromise in the middle, so to say. But I went into it definitely saying no children. Now, since we're married and we have history, obviously, has those things changed? For my husband, it's pretty much the same. He does want more children still, and again, he's willing to compromise how many. Now, for me, I have come around to feel and believe and move differently when it comes to children. I would like at least one child. It doesn't matter whether it's a boy or girl, but I'm also willing to meet in the middle with my husband and make it 2 children. Obviously, 2 would be my biological, and then plus my daughter that my husband has. So in total, we would have 3. So yeah. And we're going to give it another shake. And on to the next question, right? So here we are. Next question says, is there anything I would change then, which is in the past, or even now? Or what about both? So I'm going to say change about myself. So obviously previous, when I was just dating my husband, as I guess as a girlfriend, and then currently as his wife. So when I was dating my husband and we went into the mood of being boyfriend and girlfriend, I was still figuring things out for myself as a person, as a young woman going until my later 20s. I was still figuring things out. So would I change anything about myself in the past? No, I wouldn't, because I feel like everything about me was meant to be when it was. And a lot of those things are still how I am to this day. And I appreciate those things, those qualities about myself. And so, no, about myself, I wouldn't change. About my experiences then, different experiences, different people I've come across along the way, no. I've always lived my life without any regret. I'm currently 31. I'll be 32 this year, obviously 2021. So up until right now, being 31 years old, there's nothing previous that I would change, because I feel like the journey up until now, every experience was needed. Every experience I needed to be taught something. And every experience I can still look back to this day and say, hey, Letitia, are you sure you took what you needed to take out of that experience? Are you sure you learned all that you needed to learn? Are you sure you're not repeating any negative? You know, I'm not a person that really dwells on the negative. I try to limit that, and I try to just be grateful and appreciative to each moment after that moment. Even if it is a negative one, I'm grateful for that moment, because nothing happens by chance. God takes us through all obstacles for a reason, to teach us something, to help someone else, to have us take a second look at something that maybe we may need in our future. So then, obviously, about me, no, I wouldn't change anything. My experience, my journey thus far, would I change anything? No. Right now, today, would I change anything about who I am? Yes. And I'm saying yes because now I'm very more aware of how I was then. It's attitude a little bit, it's impatient a bit, and those are things I do need to work on, because life just doesn't work like that. Is it something that stops me from conducting my day or doing what I need to do or being right and living God's way? No. But can it be improved? Obviously, yes, it could. Is that something I'm working on? Yes, it is. And I may continue to work on it, because I'm human, I'm not perfect, and nothing happens overnight. So there we are. Would I change anything as far as like me being a wife and being there for my husband or my household? No, I wouldn't change anything. Is there things I can work on? Absolutely. There's always room for improvement. And I know one may say, okay, well, Letitia, if you're saying these things about right now, why didn't you say those things about the past? I'm not saying those things about the past because for me, I feel like your 20s is where you learn. Your 20s is where you make those mistakes. Your 20s is where you get to figure out who you are and what way you want to go, what paths you want to take, you know, what type of person you want to ultimately become. So no, I feel like every attitude, every disagreement was important for that time, because it needed to help me see what I see now, which is improvement. I always can improve, as I stated, attitude and, you know, just patience, just being patient, because God is patient with us all the time. Every moment, you know, because we don't always do what we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to do it. And he's still patient. He still blesses us, loves on us, and covers us. So that's why I'm not saying that for past, but I am saying that for present. And again, as a wife, there's always room to improve. I'm not perfect, once again, but I do give it my very best. And I feel like with me giving it my very best, I'm doing an awesome job. Anywho, on to the next question. Shake, shake, shake. In we go. And this will be the last question, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, it says, stay in or go out? You and then him. So obviously, which would I choose, and then which would my husband choose? For me, I love the downtown Chicago area and the lake and different piers down there, and they have something called a boardwalk where it's different restaurants and stuff like that. That sits right side of the lake, gives you a nice view, and it's lit up at nighttime. So, yes, I'll take a night out. Now, my husband, he likes to stay in. He likes to have the Netflix and chill. Some of our go-to TV shows, which is typically my husband picks the TV shows, and for the most part, he picks really good shows. So I usually be like, okay, you know. But could I do stay in as well? I could. But which would I prefer? Obviously, going out. I love to get dressed up, glammed up, and night on the town, okay? But that brings us to the end of that, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, you guys. And what I am going to do is I'm willing to do a part 2 on the wife tag. So if you guys want me to answer any questions, just leave them in the comment section and I'll definitely get them down and I'll do a part 2 to this. Again, you guys, thank you for stopping by. We really appreciate you here. And don't forget, you guys, making happiness a habit. Why not start now in 2021? You stay blessed.